And we're back on the Gene Miller for President Sports program with our playoff preview. Tim Krishnikas with Ryan Hartson here, and we're going to be taking a look at the AFC playoff picture next, Ryan.
All right, I love the AFC. Just because, like we were talking about before, the teams are better. The NFC is more interesting, but the teams are better. Because let's just go through team by team, and we should have done this in the NFC. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when we did the NFC. Here's what I want to do. I want to go team by team, just go strengths and weaknesses, and we might have a little extra time, and we'll go back to the NFC maybe, and we'll do strengths and weaknesses of those teams as well. That's what we should have done. We're dicking around with tiebreakers and all this nonsense. Let's just get past all that.
Happen,
yes, let's just skip all that crap and just go strengths and weaknesses in the AFC. And the Patriots' strengths, obviously. If you have Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, you're going to win games.
Yeah. Going into the season, so many people were just like, well, they're not going to be that good. It's going to be a quote-unquote rebuilding year, kind of.
No one will believe me because this is probably the first thing anyone's ever heard me do on the internet, but Tim can attest. I saw the Patriots coming.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people did. I had them at 12-4. They're going to end up 14-2. Best team in the league, and it is close. There are a lot of teams that are just as good. Their defense is still an issue because they're young, but they've been growing up the last couple of weeks. I believe they held Buffalo. Well, it is Buffalo, but they held Buffalo to 3 points. But no, the Buffalo offense has been playing well. Ryan Fitzpatrick's been a pretty solid option. They've been
as good as they have all season.
They're going to end up being 5-11 when a lot of people thought they were going to go like 2-14.
Yeah.
Considering they got out of the gate god awful.
Yeah.
So they are making progress, but the Patriots took care of them 34-3. I think that defense is getting stronger, and I think if you have Brady and Belichick, that's all you need. I don't care who the hell your receivers are. Bill Belichick is a genius. He's an absolute genius. Everyone hates him. I don't know why. They hate him because he's kind of a cheater and he's kind of deceptive. I love how he acts with the media, don't you? He's like, well, it was let's say they won 45-3. Well, it was a pretty good game. Did a lot of positive things on offense. Did a lot of positive things on defense. But now we have to go and get ready for next week. They could have won 27-21, and that's what he would have said. Mm-hmm. But he knows what he's doing. He's not. I think because you always hear that he has a great personality behind the scenes. I think he just taunts the media. He's just making fun of them. Like, yeah, I know what's going on, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm Bill Belichick. And then Tom Brady, he's got the supermodel wife and all that crap, and now he's going to be the MVP of the league over Michael Vick, and it's going to be awesome. So we have a lot. The Patriots do just everything really good. Their running game is a problem, but when you have Tom Brady, who needs a running game? Like Drew Brees and Peyton Manning. Oh, they don't run the ball. Who cares? It's Drew Brees. It's Peyton Manning. It's Tom Brady. Just move on. And then, another team. Let's go to the second seed now. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be the second seed. They do a lot of things well with their defense. Oh, yeah. When Troy Polamalu's not in the game, though, they do their defense for some reason gets way worse, and it's because he's the best safety in the game. Yeah. He makes plays in the running game, makes plays in the passing game. He's the guy on defense. Yeah. And when he's not out there, they have a lot of issues. So I think if he should be healthy for the playoffs, and if he is, the Steelers can go to New England in the AFC Championship game and lose.
And lose. Okay.
And Ben Roethlisberger is the quarterback. I would take Ben Roethlisberger in the fourth quarter with 1 minute to go and no timeouts to win a game over any quarterback ever.
Really?
I've seen him do it a million times. Yeah. I mean, this game against the Jets, he didn't do it, but he got really close again. He's unbelievable. I'm a huge Roethlisberger guy. Rapist or not, he's amazing. The running game's pretty good. Their offensive line is a huge problem. They've been banged up. They're giving up sacks now, so it's going to be up to Roethlisberger to get away from the defenders that are running straight at him to make plays in the playoffs, and I think he'll be able to because Pittsburgh's back. They're done with the Super Bowl hangover from last year. They're really good.
I mean, you look at their start. They didn't even have Ben Roethlisberger, and would they go 3-1 out of the gate?
Yes, that's because they were just said we're going to win every game, 10-3.
Yeah,
we don't care, and that's why they're so good. And everybody thought, oh, Roethlisberger's not in there. They're going to have problems, and they're not going to be good even when he gets back. They're going to be 12-4.
Yeah, they were picked to go to the Super Bowl by Sports Illustrated. I was just like, that's not happening. But yeah, I wasn't a.
Yeah, I was a little skeptical. I thought they
Yeah.
were going to win 10 games. A lot of people only picked them to be 500. I knew they were going to be better than that. The Steelers do not stay down for long.
Yeah.
The organization is too proud.
Yeah.
Then you go to the next team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Listen, they've created the who's who of coaching. If I told you who was on their coaching staff, because I know you don't know, Todd Haley's the head coach. Don't worry about him.
Yeah.
The offensive coordinator is Charlie Weiss. The defensive coordinator is Romeo Crennel, who was the coach of the Cleveland Browns. All these guys were on Bill Belichick's staff when they were winning Super Bowls at the early part of the decade. And now they're all together again in Kansas City. They got not a great quarterback, a good quarterback in Matt Castle.
Yeah.
They run the ball great with Jamal Charles and Thomas Jones. They got a good defense on the other side. They do a lot of things well, and they're going to have a home game. And a team coming into Arrowhead Stadium. Arrowhead is like the Superdome, Lambeau Field, the Georgia Dome. It's one of these places that when you go, it's like, oh my God, it's just deafening loud, and it's a really tough place to play. And you wouldn't think of that if you didn't know. You wouldn't think of that. So you'd be like, the Chiefs? Really? It's tough to go play the Chiefs?
Yeah.
But now the Chiefs are back.
Yeah.
They're back to where they were with Marty Schottenheimer in the 90s. They're in a really good position, and they're going to get the Jets or the Ravens in their stadium for the first playoff game. I'd give them a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not a bad team this year.
It's been a great story the entire season for them, and we could expect the magic to continue for them, and it'd be great to see it happen for the fans there.
You'd like to see the game be Chiefs going to New England.
Oh,
considering all those coaches
Yeah.
going back to see if they could beat Belichick, which they won't because Belichick didn't need any of them.
Yeah.
I know, like, oh my God, Belichick lost all his assistants. Who cares? It's Belichick.
Yeah, I know.
It's
He's a coach on
Belichick.
his own, right?
Yes.
And Matt Cass will be returning to the team that he
Ooh.
used to play for as well. So.
Yeah, he had a good year. Went 11-5 as a starter.
Yeah.
It was like, maybe Tom Brady's overrated. No.
No.
But
No,
and
he's
Matt
Tom
Castle,
Brady.
he's good. Matt Castle, I think he's going to be a Pro Bowler next year. Watch out.
Really?
Watch out. He's on the cusp. And then you go to the Indianapolis Colts. All I have to say is it's Peyton Manning and his band of merry men out there, very similar to the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. It's just this franchise quarterback going out there, and he has to win the game for them because the defense won't do it, and the running game won't do it, and special teams sure as hell won't do it. So if Peyton Manning can just stay hot and make plays, then they're going to have a shot because I'd take Peyton. I'd bet on Peyton Manning over a well-rounded Chiefs team any day.
Oh, yeah.
Any day.
They've had some down points this season, but they're coming through like the team we once knew in the Indianapolis Colts, and looking like they're going to be heading for the playoffs.
Yeah.
That is if the Jaguars do not win and the Colts do not lose.
Mm-hmm. Colts win. Doesn't matter what the Jaguars do. That's the clinching scenario there. Who cares? Ravens, Joe Flacco, good young quarterback. Really good. Well, the Ravens' defense hasn't been as good this year.
Yeah.
I think it's because Ray Lewis and Ed Reed are getting old.
Oh, yeah.
And some of their secondary, they lost a lot of their good corners in training camp for the season, and that set them back. And the Ravens are always going to be in a good position. And Joe Flacco is continuing to develop. He's a little bit behind Matt Ryan. They were drafted in the same year. Joe Flacco and Matt Ryan are going to be considered, always compared because they're from the same draft class and they're franchise quarterbacks. I think Joe Flacco's a little bit behind, but he's catching up. He has a better receiving core. But Joe Flacco, he's making plays and he's on the right pace to maybe win a few more playoff games this year. Joe Flacco's won a playoff game each of his first 2 years as a starter. I believe the only guy to do that. So, a lot of quarterbacks don't even win playoff games as rookies. And Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco, and Mark Sanchez have all done it in the last 2 years. But Flacco's won. Oh no, Matt Ryan didn't do it. Sorry, I'm lying. Matt Ryan went to the playoffs. He didn't win. Joe Flacco won 2 games his rookie season. He won 1 game last year. Let's see if he can do it 3 years in a row, win a playoff game. Some quarterbacks haven't even won a playoff game yet, and they're considered franchise quarterbacks. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. And then you go to the Jets. I liked the Jets going into the season.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
They were 9-2, and then they go to New England and lose 45-3.
Disastrous.
Yeah. So, they're supposed to be this great running team that plays great defense. They can't run the ball, and Jay Cutler dropped 38 points on them.
Yeah.
So they're a mess. And Rex Ryan has a foot fetish that we all found out about a couple weeks ago. I watched the video. And I just want to get this out there. For anybody who didn't see it, you're on YouTube right now. Go look it up. Rex Ryan foot fetish video. You're probably sick of listening to me anyway. So go look it up. Rex Ryan foot fetish video. It's hysterical. He's just going there, he's looking at his wife's feet and stuff. And then at the very end, he says, "Can I smell them?" And then oh my god, it's so funny. And it's gross. And it's like, he has a serious foot fetish. But at least it's his wife and not, Jen Sturger.
Right. Yeah.
It's with his wife, so it's kind of okay, but it's kind of weird that he put it on the internet.
Hey, baby, can I come over and smell your feet?
Yeah, so the Jets are a mess on all fronts.
All fronts, on and off the field. Well,
should I go with the Jaguars?
The Jaguars?
Who are they playing? God damn it, the internet still doesn't work. Alright, if you know who the Jaguars are playing...
Email us.
Yeah, or comment. It's way easier to comment, it's just below. I don't know who they're playing, I'm too bored to look it up.
Flying blind at the internet.
Yeah. So, they got David Garrard, they got some decent young pieces, their defense is okay. Maurice Jones-Drew is a huge deal, second leading rusher in the league. He's the guy that has to do it for him this week, and if they can get into the playoffs, they won't make any damage. They'll lose in the first game. Yeah, that's going to happen. Especially with the Jets or the Ravens coming in. Or maybe the Steelers. There's a scenario where the Steelers could still not win the division. But you never know. And that's the AFC. I'm out of time for the NFC. We've been on for 12 minutes.
And that has been the playoff preview. We'll be back on the Jim Miller for President Sports program.
On BWC Internet Media.